Well, the whole of Australia now knows about the Melbourne street sweeper who was sacked for daring to question whether or not an acknowledgement of country was necessary at the start of a work meeting. Last week, Shaun Turner won his unfair dismissal case against the Darebin Council, and he's now waiting to find out whether he'll be given his job back or receive compensation. He joins me now. Shaun, thanks so much for coming on with me. Just take me back to when all this started. You turn up for a pre-work meeting, presumably to talk about how you'll be cleaning rubbish from the streets that day, only to find those instructions can't be given before Indigenous people are acknowledged. Have I got that right?
Yes, that's correct, James. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
It was a group of about 8, 10 people there, and the supervisor come in and just for the first time in our toolbox meeting decided he was going to do the acknowledgement of the country, and I sort of questioned what was he doing, and that's sort of where it started about 12, 14 months ago.
So you questioned why this was happening. What was your objection to it?
I just thought it was overdoing it. Like, we were at a toolbox meeting, no special occasion or anything like that, and I just thought it's getting overdone. Like, if you go to 8 meetings, you're probably going to get 8 acknowledgement of the country. So you spend half your day at acknowledgement of the country. So I just thought it was a strange thing to do without any knowledge that it was going to happen.
So next thing you know, you're pulled aside and you're in an HR meeting being criticised and threatened with your job?
No, it was about 8 weeks later. I was travelling home, and I got a phone call saying I was going to be stood down, and I wasn't quite sure why, but then there was an explanation of what happened at the meeting, and so I was stood down, and then started the process of onto the dismissal.
So I've got to ask you this, Shaun. You objected to an acknowledgement of country. Are you racist? Do you have a problem with Indigenous people?
No problem with Indigenous people. It's a pretty easy word to throw at someone, that you're racist. You look at someone different and they'll just come back with you're racist, or what are you looking at this thing? No, I'm not racist. My niece is actually Aboriginal, and she's got 3 beautiful boys and 1 wild daughter. So I have no problems with Aboriginals. I grew up in Broadmeadows. We had a great family of Aboriginal boys, all great footballers, playing football with us out there, and one of them happened to be a close friend of mine, and he ended up with my sister. Yeah.
So is it correct that you represented yourself at the Fair Work Commission hearing because the union didn't want to get involved in your case when you were sacked for objecting to Welcome to Country? Is that right?
The union helped me all through. Emma from the union was pretty good, helped me all the way until I was sort of dismissed, and then I sort of put it into the Fair Work Commission, and then asked the union, who then asked their solicitors, and their solicitors weren't prepared to take the case on. So I was sort of left to handle it all myself.
I can't imagine the emotional turmoil, the anxiety. I mean, no one wants to be threatened with, let alone lose their job. You complained about an acknowledgement of country. Looking back, was it worth it?
From the reactions that have gone on from the majority, the silent majority, it seems to have stirred up a bit of a hornet's nest. So, yeah, probably was a good thing to do, because it's just getting out of hand. Like a toolbox meeting, get fair income. Was no foreign dignitaries there, so it was a bit strange.
Just quickly before I let you go, you mentioned the feedback you've had, and I imagine it's a big decision to go public with this because there'd be people on both sides. But just generally, what sort of feedback have you had? Have people been supportive or have people been mostly critical?
All as I've had is support, I suppose. I haven't really read all the feedback because I've sort of been flat out, and then Ewan from the Australian finally found me. I was sort of hidden away there for a bit, and then Ewan got hold of me, and then so yeah, it seems to be some fairly good feedback. So yeah, it's been all right, yeah.
Well, Shaun, I think there's a lot of viewers who would be very encouraging of you for taking a stand on an issue that a lot of us are pretty fed up with. I trust that things work out for you, whether you get your job back or get compensated. But I really appreciate you coming on tonight and sharing your story. Thanks so much.
No worries. Thanks, James.